I think understanding like a little bit of like, there's a set of calculated risks. It's not about being total risk seeking, unintelligently making decisions. It's about how do you build an equation in your mind for how to make more and more intelligent risk-taking maneuvers with your career. Because I think almost everyone who has some kind of interesting adventure, whether they enjoy it, they were successful, they failed, it was colorful, they moved around, they traveled, they all had to make one of those decisions at some point. You come out of undergrad, you could join like a State Farm, or you could join like a Spot Hero, or a Trunk Club, or whatever. And I don't know how you frame those choices in your own mind. Those are all very personal. One might feel very risky. You might be getting a lot of advice, or you might get a lot of like inputs from other people about what the right decision is for you. Your parents are probably heavily involved. Your peer group is probably heavily involved, and you don't really know what you're doing. What I've generally advocated for, having been in big company and small company environments, I think to a certain extent, what you get in a big company is like, I use this analogy all the time in my former life of like, imagine a roller coaster ride. Okay? If you're starting your career and you decide to join an early stage company that's got a lot of risk and a lot of roughness to it, you did not pick the calmest ride in the theme park, right? Like the ups and downs of that decision are super high. And like ups and downs tightly together, it's chaotic. But I think the learning curve ends up looking something like this. I've learned to trust my gut a whole lot more. Like the problem is your brain overrides your gut on almost everything. And most of the decisions, especially around career and hard choices, is your brain is reacting to fear. So your brain is saying, okay, you've got this fear. You don't think you can start a company. You don't think you'll be successful in it. You don't think you'll get this job. You don't think it'll work. Like some fear says, oh, stay where you are, because no one's going to call you out for staying where you are. And I think you have to learn how to like listen to your gut around that stuff and be like, no, that's some form of fear raising its ugly head, and I should be thinking about other things. I mean, I certainly noticed that about myself.